Hello everyone, so this is Editing Edith. I'm just at the end of editing the video that you're about to watch. And honestly, before you watching this video, I wanted to give you a little disclaimer. I'm not really like disrupting any of the beliefs I believe, but all I'm saying, and I wanted you to know before watching the video, everything said is only my opinion, and my opinion based on my own experience with consuming news, with consuming social media. I've been on both sides of consuming daily, being extremely informed and talking with others about the bad stuff that's happening, versus limiting and eliminating the time on TV, on social media, and on my phone. And I can tell what is better, and I could tell you what I'm never coming back to. I know that there might be so many people that stand for being informed every day. I mean, if it's your job, please do, please do. But you know what I'm talking about. It's truly just my own experience, and I'm sharing it. And I'm not doing disclaimers like this at any video, but this I believe and I understand how strongly some people can feel about this. And so all I'm just saying is that this is only my opinion. This is not really connected directly with authenticity, but it is hugely connected with you being clear in your mind, and therefore more space for creative flow, for thinking clearly, for expressing yourself fully, and basically getting in back the power that you own. So yeah, I hope that you will enjoy this video, and I'm not gonna keep you waiting a second more. So let's get into it. Hello everyone. So I've just finished my lectures, and throughout one lecture today, I was thinking about one thing that I really wanted to address. And the thing is, nowadays, if you imagine today's world, how do you feel about it? We kind of are, in a way, responsible for each other, not like to an extent. And therefore, we should be accountable in what's happening and watch the news and be aware. And I believe that we should talk about it. But what I also believe is that it shouldn't affect us negatively. And why? Short term, it's okay. That is something productive because you need to express your emotions. Otherwise, it would get stuck within you and it would become a resentment later on. And it would just maybe even become a physical pain somewhere. Really, body keeps the score here. But I see a lot of people, and because we watch so much of social media, we watch so much of, a lot of people watch TV to an extreme. They watch like 7 hours per day, but that's like too much. But on average, there are definitely some hours per day that people are watching TV, listening to radio and news and everything. I believe that while we're feeding ourselves these updates, I don't think that being angry the whole day is a productive way on how to help. I feel that it's the strongest thing we can do is to receive the information, have a little rage, and then see these people that are doing these horrible things. They shouldn't have so much power that they are going to influence you and your day by their horrible actions. And like this, it's our choice, be above that, because it's happening. And now our best thing to do, in my opinion, is to see it but not be influenced by it, and to decide that these people are not having your energy, they're not having your rage. Because when you are raging, when you're speaking about anything negative, if you're speaking, if you're gossiping, if you're being jealous, if you're talking from resentment, if you're talking in self-doubt, if you're talking with fear, it's all weakening you. And we can't afford being weak. It's in the world's interest for us to not watch news so much, to not watch social media and these updates so much. I'm watching it like once per week because I really feel and I know that even though you say to yourself, I'm not listening to this, it's just the background, your subconscious mind is listening always. You can imagine it as the cocktail effect. It's an effect where, imagine you're at a bar and there's like so much noise and you can't really hear anything, but you hear everything. It becomes like one big noise. And at that moment, someone would tell your name. It doesn't have to be you, but he will tell your name. Your name is so embedded into your brain. You will start to seek out who said it if he doesn't seek you by any chance. And that's why always, usually, when we see someone, when we look at a picture and we see so many similar faces, but one face might be in a feature similar to yours, you're gonna notice it. If we're listening to a song and Pitbull is saying all the names of ladies, I bet that if he said your name, you would definitely remember where, on which part of the song your name is. Try to be more aware about your consumption, not only in the food, but also through information. Because if you consume something, it's gonna be new and it's going to be somehow processed. But if we know this information, now we can maybe feed it with something more positive. In a percentage, we see more bad things happening because that's what creates more attention of others and that's what creates more views. I'm challenging you to seek out something so little. It doesn't have to be like a huge thing. It can be really something so subtle, but it will definitely be consumed by your brain and your overall state will strengthen. And maybe you will feel this little tiny bit of gratitude. And the most peaceful people, I would say, are just okay with what's now in front of them, with the tools they have, with the time they got, and they're just working with what they got and they're doing their best. Once you see a headline anywhere, and the headline doesn't have to be positive, the headline can be horrible actions, your dopamine system actually lights up. Your body releases this type of hormone. And dopamine is not just a hormone of pleasure, it's about seeking. Imagine you're ordering a pizza. The moment you're like in half of the pizza, or even in the beginning, it's not as good as getting the pizza on the table. Like the feeling, that's the dopamine. That's why usually it's not about the reward, it's about the journey of getting it. So that's why once you see a headline, it's urgent, it's news, it's something that sparks it. That's why the dopamine gets you in the mood of, okay, I need to seek more. Because the amygdala says, okay, there is danger, we need to find what's the danger. And in this situation, you need more and more, and you get overloaded. And your rational part, your prefrontal cortex, the part where there is most of conscious work, conscious processing, it gets overloaded from all this information. And that's why scrolling feels so compulsive. And that's why you actually get addicted to these bad news. You can be addicted to anything in the world. You can be addicted to freaking listening to Mozart. And this is just a reminder. You can still scroll, see what's new, be updated. That's the thing. It needs a balance. And there is such a thin line between what's still balance and what's already hijacking your system with all these new information. So just be more aware. Try to be. Like this, you won't be so weakened in your soul, even, because really it's not strengthening any part of your body to be always fed with negative things. Imagine you would be feeding your child with junk food. This is the same thing. You are feeding your inner child with all these negative things, and it does no good.
maybe it does exactly what some people need to be done. So let's be more aware, let's be stronger in this, because it's important, because there is always something good if you seek, always. Like even this moment, it feels so boring, right, for some people. But if you imagine that I'm here, I'm in calmness, I can speak, I have a phone, I have a computer, I have chair to sit on, I have lights. There are so many things to be, I have a voice, so many things to be grateful for. And trust that gratitude is the strongest energies, forms of energy that you can develop and create within yourself. You can literally create it in the waiting line for your coffee. You can be like, oh my God, I paid for this coffee. I'm so lucky to be able to just stand here, be able to buy a $7 coffee and just be. And you decide whether something bad will influence your 5 minutes or your whole day. I wish that you took this approach of, okay, I do have what I have. I see all the tools I have. I'm going to make the best out of this. This is what I hope you took out of this video. And yeah, I hope that you will have an amazing rest of the day or in any time that you're watching this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome.